Hey everyone, and thanks for stopping by to my channel. It feels like a very long time since I've done a video on a figure, but hey ho, here in front of me I have the new Freeza S.H.Figuarts figure. It's slightly different from the very first one that they did a few years back, which I don't have, so I can't compare directly, sadly, but I will try and call out some of the differences if I remember them. So here's the figure itself. It comes with quite a few parts, so I'm going to go through the parts before I go through the figure. So I'm going to put Freeza aside just for the time being. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. So this one actually comes with a stand. I've assembled it already. So it comes with a claw right here. That all comes disassembled. You just put it in. Very simple stuff. But I'm glad they included it. More figures with stands is better. Of course, Freeza comes with multiple expressions on the heads. So they are lettered A, B, and C. So this one is probably A and C. I think B is his default one. So yeah, he comes with a yelling one in my left hand, and then a gritting the teeth one in the right hand. As far as I'm concerned, the paint and all that looks really, really good. He's got a vein there on the left one. The purple is really, really nice and metallic looking. I personally like it. Others may prefer a less metallic look. So yeah, details are good. There's, by the way, the whites on his face and of course on the body, which I'll show you, have sort of a blue airbrushing or effect going on, which I think adds a nice touch. It comes with a few pair of hands. So I've got open palm hands. Like so, I've got them in the wrong hand, but there you go. And his nails painted black. I've dropped it. Of course, I will have to drop something. And then pretty plain on the actual palm side of things. These ones are relaxed hands. Again, wrong sides, but hey ho. The white is really good. It's something that I kind of worry about because it's such a pristine white that I don't want to get it dirty by accidentally having, grubby hands or something. So then, actually, this one is not a pair. So this one is a just fully erect index finger, which you will use with his effect part, and then the other one is not so erect. Have different uses, but you get both. And then finally he comes with an extra set of feet. So these ones are slightly clawed feet, toes. I'm not really sure how you would really call them for Frieza, but there you go. All I remember right now is the suction noise whenever he walks. And then finally he also comes with actually the crossed arm piece that Vegeta also came with in one of the Figuarts versions they made of him. So you just have to take the arms off and then apply that, and I'll show you that soon. And for the effect part, so he comes with the sphere. This wraps around the joint in his hand. There's a few ways to do it, one of two ways really. I prefer one way, but I'll show you that. And then this one is the extended piece when he shoots it out, so the actual laser beam. And then there's a hole here which you put onto the stand, like so. So you take off the claw piece and then you just plug it in. Very simple, and then you aim it however you want to do it. So I've pretty much shown you that now. And then finally, I said finally for that, but actually no, this is the final one. So he comes with an extended tail. So he's got a tail that's attached to him, and a halo piece, by the way. So not really final. So this one is an extended tail, and this actually can be cut in half. So if you want it like it is in the show or in the manga, then when he gets his tail cut, you will have that option ready for you. And then this end piece is much more curved with a swirl in it than the other one. Again, it's a nice white with there's a blue hue up in this bit, but it's a very, very nice, clean looking figure. It's soft plastic compared to the rest. Now then, to the figure. The halo on this one is actually separate. I've just put it on, and I'll just show you that right here. So you just pull it out, and then you put it back in. I'm a bit concerned with it just because it's thick plastic on the shaft, but I'm always worried things like that might snap off accidentally. And then his regular tail. So this one you can't actually cut off or anything. It's just one long S piece, but it looks really cool. Excuse the dust. That's the one problem with this. Well, one of many problems in terms of cleanliness, that it can attract a lot of dust since this is such a white figure. The tail does come off, so I'll leave that for now. And then give a closer look at the figure. So this is Freeza. He's a very tiny, tiny figure. I forgot how much he measures, but I can bring out my measuring tape and actually do that. So he measures, about 12 centimeters with the halo. Without, it's about 11, give or take. So there you go. That's the size of him. He's not Kid Goku small, but still one of the smaller S.H.Figuarts figures. So a closer look at him, again he's got the metallic purple paint, and then the rest of his body is all white with blue hues on them, and I think it looks really, really good. It's a really clean looking figure, but that also means it's going to get dusty and be quite evident when that happens. Or if you've got grubby fingers, if you've got to wash your hands after eating your dinner, just keep that in mind. But otherwise, yeah, it looks like a really cool figure, very clean. So this is his regular head, just with a slight smirk. Never trust that one with Frieza, right? And then he's got the chest piece too. The chest piece does move a little bit, which I'll go and show you soon. And then his regular feet are just flat. And then of course, 2 fists, which is pretty common and standard for almost every figure on the market, pretty much. And then yeah, so let's show you the articulation then. So articulation, he can move his head down a good amount, and then up a very good amount too. And my light's gone off, but don't worry about that. Temperature, of course. And then side to side with the head. It's a bit stiff for one of them, one side, but it's probably just the way the joint is fitted on my one. It's probably just have to fit it with it and it'll be fine. And then for the shoulder, you can move your shoulder up and down, around, and then in and out, like so. Now, his bicep has come off. Sometimes that can happen. I usually have that problem mostly with his right arm. But yeah, you have the swivel option here, but then the arm can come off. And I'll show you more of that later when I swap to the cross-folded arm piece. Bicep, all the way there. So I think the joints in the bicep and elsewhere may be slightly different from the original release that came out a while ago. But again, I don't have that to actually compare. I didn't buy it. I chose not to buy it at that point. Then the wrist, of course, up and down swivel, etc. So then for his upper torso, so he can crunch. Now the purple bit on his chest will prevent it from going down, as you can see. And that does move up and down ever so slightly. So that's good to have. If it was stiff, then you'd probably have not much crunch happening. But he can do that. And he can lean back reasonable amount, but you're going to get an exposed area right here. And then he can go side to side, and of course, twist. His legs, they do come down for that extra bit of range if you need it. And then he can kick up, and then the knee. And then the swivel, upper thigh swivel is a little bit basic, but it's there. Rudimentary, but it's fine. And then of course with the feet, he's got weird feet, we know that, but he can pretty much get a full downward angle with his feet. And then it swivels too. So that pretty much covers the articulation on Frieza. You could, I guess, move the halo, but why not? Let's try it. I mean, but why? Yeah, you don't really want to move the halo too much. Maybe you just want to angle it to hide the shaft, depending on your pose. But otherwise, yeah. So his tail does also swivel and all of that, which I'll show you. But I have a problem with the tail because it comes off, I think, in my opinion, I don't know if it's just my figure, but the tail comes off fairly easily. But you can maneuver it if you need to. There we go. See, same with this one as well. It's the same joint. But yeah, it's so easy to come off. So just be careful with that. So then let's swap the head. Very simple. Pull it off, and I'm going to put it off here. Put yelling face, with the one with the vein on it too. And you just got to pop that back on. There you go. You hear the click. Done. And then I'll swap a hand too. And then before I swap the arms, let's do his the finger pointing hand. He's got slightly small hands, slightly small figure, so can get a bit fiddly, but it's okay. There we go. Oh, and then that's the problem where the bicep comes off. There we go. And now he's pointing right at you, and then you combine it with this, and then yeah, he's just shot off an energy attack. So you'll get some cool poses and photos with the various sort of hands that he comes equipped with. So the other option part was then this sphere. So this one you could actually, because it's got a hook there, you could just kind of force it around, which I'll show you. Personally, I don't like that approach because I feel that it's going to eventually just scratch or damage the arm. So instead you could just take off the hand, put it down there like that, and then yeah, sandwich it. So I've shown you that fairly quickly, but that's my preferred approach because I don't want to risk ruining the figure. And then there you go, you can just kind of pose that how you want as well. Let's take the arms off then and give him the cross arms. So you just pull them off. Now mine are fairly easy. The right one especially I think is just a bit loose on my one. Now you have to position the shoulders and then line them up. Now I sometimes have a bit of trouble doing this. It's not the hardest thing, but sometimes I think it's a little bit fiddly. Not in a good or bad way, just a way. Then there we go, sandwich that in. And then yeah. Oh, then it comes out a little bit. Just got to reposition everything. Once you get it though, it looks pretty damn cool. So I'm not going to spend too much long on this. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. So it looks pretty cool. Okay, me want to change the face to the smirking one so it looks better. But yeah, this looks really good otherwise when with this crossed arms. Feet then, you can do the exact same thing. Now, his feet do look a bit weird, and by that I mean you might get confused between right and left. So inside they do say there's etching with the R and an L. So this is R, so it's his right foot. So let's get his right foot here. So again, R, I'll show you the L just to prove it to you. And then the L on that one. Same thing as the hand. Put it in, and there you go. So now he's got a bit of a grip toe function going on. So it's all good. So you have all those option parts. Now, I think I've covered everything. I guess you could also use the claw then. Let's remove this energy beam. Put the claw back on. So, like I said, I already assembled this prior. So once you've got this on, you could have him flying in the air. You just get the claw. And then you attach him around his waist. And then you just reposition how you need to and get the balance correct. Of course, you're going to put the tail on him, so that will skew the balance a bit more. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what you do with Frieza and posing him in the air. Now, in terms of standing, I did show you he was actually okay to stand on his own in the beginning of the video, but actually it's a bit awkward and I had to lean him forward ever so slightly, all because of the tail. The tail is a little bit, that's the extended one. Let's get the regular one, which is this side. Okay, so the tail adds a little bit more weight, and of course, not ruins, but kind of makes the balance a little bit awkward at times. So here, look, I'd rather have him standing straight up, but it's not going to be possible. So you have to play around with it, and then you'll get the balance fine. So do that, and you'll get a perfect shot almost. So that's a bit awkward. I've just kind of rushed that one. So yeah, in terms of differences then with the original Freeza that came out, I recall the colors are slightly different. By that, like, I'm not sure if the purple was more as metallic as it is now. And I think the whites might have been a little bit different, or the blue hues in the white. He's definitely got quite a lot of blue hues going on, like around the tail, around the thigh, calf area, ankle, etc., etc. Even on the chest. His chest looks quite good, I think. But yeah, so there is slight differences in terms of color compared to the original Figuarts Freeza. And then the other one is, I don't think he came with the halo last time around. I think that was just a regular Freeza. This one is a Resurrection Freeza. So this is part of the Dragon Ball Super series. So when Goku goes to see him and revive him. So yeah, this is the one that comes with a halo. Other differences I can't remember, but do check out various pictures online if you manage to find them. I don't know if the original Freeza now goes for insane like money, because that was part of the problem when fans were trying to get Freeza. He was just, you know, out of reach in terms of currency. So this re-release should hopefully help out a lot of people. I got mine for around 5,000 yen. I think the price of him probably has gone up just a little bit, not as much as the regular Freeza, but enough that it might put people off again. But anyway, I think it's a good figure. He's not my favorite character by all means, and you know, the white being so white, it's one of the things I just kind of worry about getting dirty or grubby. But otherwise, he's a cool figure. If you're a massive Freeza fan, then of course, you know, you probably either have it or you have the original. But if you didn't manage to get the original, this is your chance to get one. So get it, get it, get it. And by the way, let me also bring out Goku just to kind of show you a comparison. This is not regular Goku. This is Goku Black, because I don't have a regular Goku that's actually open. So my camera is lowered a little bit because Frieza's tiny. But just to kind of give you a picture of what's going on. Goku Black, about the same size as regular Goku, if not exactly the same, because the same molds and stuff like that. But yeah, he's obviously taller, as he should be. Scale as well. So if you've got regular Goku, or even Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or Battle Damaged, Awakening Goku, whatever random Goku that they've come out with, then you're going to have some cool battle poses and cool stuff happening on your shelf. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out my other videos on my channel for other figures. I will next do, I think, Sage Naruto, perhaps, and I'm waiting for my Revoltech Carnage to come out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Peace out.